I've been married for 11 years to a lazy man who does fraud, scam, and theft for a living.
Wow.
He has abandoned all his responsibility by making me the breadwinner of the family with 3 kids.
So guys, this video that you just want to watch is a video of a woman who tells the court to compel her husband so he can be responsible in the family, and the guy denying the atrocities that the wife is the one that is keeping the children away from him. This video you just want to watch will definitely teach you sense. Watch it and don't forget to follow our new page for more tips like this. Let's watch the video together.
And I'm going to read it out because it's just a very brief. I've been married for 11 years to a lazy man who does fraud, scam, and theft for a living.
Wow.
He has abandoned all his responsibility by making me the breadwinner of the family with 3 kids. He's never available, always running from police and endangering our lives each time he commits crime.
Wow.
You see, that's not my usual style, reading it out. I had to read it out because I want to correct something.
Okay, ma.
You see the law of Nigeria. You should be careful what you say. If you see someone committing a crime and you refused or neglected to report it to the law enforcement agent, it makes you an accomplice to the crime. So if you are alleging he did all this and you didn't report it, that means you are both liable for it.
They are doing it together.
Under the law. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Tell me why you are in the court.
Okay, I'm actually here for abandonment and
upkeep of the children and the regular thing. I know, even though you didn't put it here, but you were more into the criminal-like aspect. That's all you wrote. I just read it there. And Chizoba, now you know that why she's here. Because you denied everything. And so you say you denied, but in fact she's the one that is even denying you access to your kids. That when was the last time you saw the children?
The last time I saw them was October.
Last year?
Wow.
When did you separate?
Actually, ma, we were not really separated. My job took me outside the state.
Okay.
Was from that October I've been in Owerri.
Okay, then I need to listen to you.
okay, the thing is, since January he left the house.
Okay.
And before then, the landlord of where we were staying had given us a quick notice. So we're looking for how to get another accommodation, but he had already left. We were calling him. We've been evicted from the house. How do we go about this? He kept promising I would get money till we're thrown out. So I had to loan money. Then whatever I have, I had to get somewhere because I own a school. It's a new school though, a preschool. So I got money and got a place totally for my business, but because there was no accommodation, we had to stay there pending.
Okay, you're living in your school now?
Yes.
Okay. How many children?
3.
3 children.
Wow.
So what do you have to say? Your response to this?
All right. She said January. I've been around with them. That was last year, January. The time I left the house was October, like I said initially. And what really made me leave the house was because she said I should leave. I shouldn't stay around her. That she does not want to see me around her, based on.
Is that true?
The truth is, like what I stated, fraud.
Okay.
He was holding a stolen property.
How?
The thing is, he doesn't like to work.
How?
He just.
And you had 3 children for him?
He doesn't like to work.
Imagine.
All he does is.
And you had 3 children for him? And you stayed back with him for 11 years?
That's the truth.
You know what? If you cannot prove anything, don't allege it.
Yeah, don't say it.
Because for me, I might be wrong. I'm just seeing bitterness between the two of you.
Yeah.
If you are telling me he's always been fraudulent and you stayed with him for 11 years, does it mean the two of you were practicing the same thing together?
No.
And suddenly you repented?
No.
So if it's not so, and you still have 3 children for him,
Imagine that.
Yes,
Be careful what you say. Remember, these are your children too. Do you understand me? They'll grow up one day. And all these things will always be there. Internet does not lie.
Yes.
If they grow up and decide to do investigation about him and discover it's not true,
That would be a problem.
how do you think they will feel? But if it's true, do you understand me? Then you did not do the right thing, because you ought to have reported it to the police.
I have been reporting.
You've reported?
Yes.
Okay, which police station?
When we lived at Misheri Oshun, I have made a statement.
What statement? Which statement? What did you write this?
That was the first year we got married.
What did you write there? The statement that
he did something and they came looking for him and they picked me up with my first child. Then he was 4 months. I had to stay there till the next day.
Imagine that.
And after that, was he exonerated, or he was jailed, or he was convicted or something? Because this is police now.
Yeah.
They had to settle it. He was asked to pay back what he took from that person.
Okay. A loan?
Yes.
A loan is not a criminal offense.
Took a loan. Hey.
A loan is not a criminal. That's why I said be very, very careful what you say. Because you are a very young girl, and I realize you don't know implication of most of these things on the criminal aspect. You don't. A loan is not an offense. That's a civil.
It's not loan.
It's a civil case, but you just confirm it. Anyway, that's not why you are before me.
The plaintiff, Promise Okpara, claims that her husband abandoned her with the burden of rent and children upkeep. She alleges that her husband is a lazy man with criminal tendencies. Judge Fumi cautioned her about making unfounded allegations out of bitterness. She wades into this matter.
Right, you want upkeep on the children,
yes.
Right? So, what do you have to do on this?
All right, ma'am. Before we came here, I met with her and I sat down with her. First, what I do as a person, I have my handiwork that I'm doing. I'm a chef. I cook.
Okay.
I do local and intercontinental dishes. For some times I've been away, was even while she was complaining that I've not been doing anything for her. My parents are still alive. My parents are always sending money to her. Pertaining the house issue she mentioned, I was in Owerri when she called me. The landlord was not even trying to get any house payment from us. He just wants us to live there. He said the family, they wants to use the house. So the next option we were having was like getting another apartment.
Okay.
So before I left Lagos, I was struggling with job, as in working somewhere. So it was after I left to Owerri, my uncle decided to help me. And I had an agreement with my uncle that I was working with.
Okay.
So the first payment my uncle gave to me, we had an agreement of 100,000 every month. I called my mom because she was always calling me, still talking with my mom about the house rent with my dad. So I told my mom that, okay, let me send you the money, which I have the evidence of
how much?
80,000 naira, man.
When was that?
That should be.
Did you receive the 80,000 naira?
Yes, when we're talking about the house, that was, I think, March, before the resumption of first term.
Okay. So did you send any money thereafter?
It was not him, the mom.
It's from him. It's the one that told the mom to send it to you.
She said it's from her.
Yes, it's still the mother now.
So,
do you have any other relationship from her apart from being?
I tell you.
You met him through. Do you understand what I'm saying? She's concerned about the grandchildren's welfare.
That's why they send the money to you.
And she's filling in the gap for her son.
Yeah.
You want money, you got the money from the mom.
What else do you want?
Towards the. And did you send? Was that all you needed?
No, the house.
Did you send further? You send money again to
after the 80,000 naira. So she called me because somebody I just went to get a job. My uncle is based in USA. The money is not always coming in, and that was the only thing I was doing at that period. So there was a time my uncle had he did a cancer operation, surgery, kind of. So he stopped sending me money. He only sent me money twice, and in between that period of that twice, he sent that money. I was sending money to her, like anything I get. So it was.
That's why I said after that 80,000 naira.
Yes, I still sent.
Were you able to send?
Yes.
Did he send money to you again after that?
After the mom gave me 80,000 naira, before he sent another 20,000 was like after 3 months. Then the house, for the house, it was 350,000 naira for house. Then the mother sent 80. And of course, the
you
money...
know what? From his own situation as it is now, it's obvious, he cannot afford a 350,000 naira per annum apartment. And secondly, okay, you were first living the school before you now got that apartment.
No, that was where we were staying. It was after they evicted us, I got the school apartment.
Okay. So where are you living right now?
In the school.
Yeah. So is the school that you are using, is this same apartment where you are saying that you are using for school?
Yes, there's a land after there's a flat, and there's a different land.
It's a multi-purpose premises. That's what I'm saying. It's a multiple.
Same location.
So yeah, so the issue is like you've gotten a space for your school and you've gotten an apartment for
they are both for schools. We are just staying there.
So you've not gotten a place now?
We have not gotten a place
for
living.
So how much has he given you towards that now that is with you? The 80,000 and 20,000 were
that was what I was going to explain. When the mom gave the 80,000 naira, I told her that 80,000 naira cannot get a house. She said I should not bother her. She's not my husband. I should never call her for anything money again because she has a sick husband. And as at that time, our first son entered the GS2. That was first term. So I was also talking about the boys' schooling. She said, call your husband. When I called him, he said he doesn't have anything, that there's no money. I spoke to the mom again, said, in fact, use the money you have and sort the boys' school. Since it's not even complete for the house, go and sort the boys' school. Your landlord should give you time.
Okay.
So that was...
So you sorted out the school fees and everything?
Fees, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so now they have accommodation problem. I'm not saying if you cannot afford 350, you should pay 350. But definitely you must put a roof over their head. When you put a roof over their head, if it's 200,000 naira apartment, you can. It's like, this is what I have, If they want something higher than that, they can add to it. And that's the way it works. Even with schools for the children, that's what I do.
Okay, ma'am.
So, but you must put a roof over their head. And they are your children.
Yes.
They can't just be just anywhere.
Yeah.
Please, ma'am, can I say something?
Right.
Go ahead.
Pertaining the accommodation issue, I had my own plan. Like I said, I went to Owerri. So when it wasn't working out, I had to come back. Already, they've gotten an apartment. The only area
She says she have not gotten an apartment.
Gotten an apartment.
Oh, sorry. The only area, I will explain that part very well. The only area it's as if I was kind of pissed with her. I'm not that kind of a person though. Was simply because at the time my mom said, as I speak to you now, I think it's almost a year that my mom has seen my kids. And I happen to be the only child of my parents. My mom called me saying she told my wife that she wants to see the kids. There's something about this parent thing. The more she sees the kids, she sees the condition of the kids. Even if I'm not capable at that moment.
She can fill in the gap.
Yeah, she can okay, let me do this. I don't like the way these kids are looking like. She called my wife. She told my wife that I want to come and see these kids. My wife told my mom that she's staying with our church member. That my mom cannot come, that it looks so. My mom was like, the church member, most of them knows me. And these are my till now as we speak, my mom never knew that she was staying in the school. And the school issue she was talking about was, there is a flat, a 2-bedroom flat, 2 rooms, a room and a parlor, self-con. We had an agreement with the landlord before I traveled that he wanted to, we went there actually for the accommodation. So the man has bigger space in the compound. So she asked me to plead with the man that can she use part of the space for schooling? Because the landlord happens to be my friend kind of in the neighborhood. The man said, okay, there's no problem, that since we are coming here to live, that we will grant her the space. That was how she got the space.
Imagine.
So in that place she's staying now, she's having 2 rooms that she's staying with the kids. Then she's using the space she built with like wooden as a school. So the only thing I told her, I said, even that area you were staying before I traveled, me, I don't like that area. That I want to get an apartment somewhere else. Once I get an apartment, I will take you guys away from that house. Then you can now use the whole premises, even the house you're staying. use it as a school.
Okay, convert everything to
Yes, convert it to school. She's here.
So when do you intend to get an apartment?
Actually, I'm getting an apartment at the end of this, by February ending though.
You heard that? Okay. Then an advice, when you're going for the apartment, inspection before payment, take her along.
Most definitely, I will.
Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You know,
I will.
because since you move around a lot, they will end up spending most times in the house. So you can agree on that. So that's sorted out.
The defendant, Chizoba Kester Okpara, claims his parents sent money to his wife when he was not around, and now that he is back, he has plans to rent an apartment for the family. Judge Fumi helps both parties to reach amicable settlement. She rules after the break.
So once you can move in together, so that means by next month,
Yeah, by next.
you are going to move in together
Yeah.
and start living together. But another outstanding thing is, we're already at the middle of the month though. But if there's anything you can advance to her, but you've been picking all the bills since, right? So you have to give her something to compensate her for standing in for you. That is it. And what else?
That's just it. I want him to take care of, to his responsibility.
You will. You know what you are going to do, the two of you. Apart from what we have agreed on now, I'm referring the two of you to the professional marriage counselor. Do you understand? I can see little cracks already, and I don't want it to enlarge. I want you to fill it up. So if you have anything at all, feel free to discuss it there. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
And let them advise and guide you. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Welcome back, guys. You've watched that video. Now you can see how the lady is talking to the husband, and you can see the sign of bitterness in that lady. If not because of Judge Fumi, I think the situation should be worse than this. But now the woman used his professional method to settle the case between the husband and wife. That is how life is all about. Sometimes when women want to provide their evidence to attack a man, they always prove something wrong. She said her husband is a criminal, she do this, she do that, and you stay with this man for more than 11 years. That really shows that you guys are doing same thing together. So guys, this is just the update about the video. I want you to give your comment in the comment section below. Let's hear from you. What do you really think about this video that you just watched? And don't forget to follow this our new page for more updates like this, and also share this video to other people out there. May God bless you as you do so, and I'm going to see you in another video. Peace out.